My name is Sergeant David Rose. I'm with the Houston Police Department's Vehicular Crimes Division. We are out here investigating a fatal crash that took the lives of two individuals, a husband and wife, we believe, at 6100 Westheimer. The crash happened about 9:20 last night. What we know happened is there was a black BMW driving at a high rate of speed westbound on Westheimer. At this time, we have not been able to determine an exact speed, but we have reason to believe that he was driving more than double the speed limit. So the speed limit here is 35 miles per hour. So he was going at least 70 miles per hour at the time of impact, according to my investigators. The driver is in custody. He's been cooperating with our investigation. He did show signs of intoxication. So he has been transported to JPC for a subsequent DWI investigation. We are determining what we're going to potentially charge that person with, but it's possible he's going to face criminal charges up to and including intoxication manslaughter. Like I said, that definitely depends on the intoxication investigation at JPC. So this investigation is still ongoing. So the husband and wife were crossing the school roadway, not at a crosswalk, and there was no red light to stop traffic. So that was very dangerous, but despite that, this person was driving so fast that any impact with their vehicle was probably going to be lethal. So there's no excuse for someone driving that fast on this roadway.
You know, Sergeant, we've seen countless fatal auto versus pedestrians in this stretch of roadway. Is this any different than the others with the fact that we've got, you know, pedestrians not using crosswalks and people driving at extremely high rates of speed?
This area has some of the highest frequency of fatal crashes in the city of Houston. The majority of the crashes that I've investigated here are auto-pedestrian crashes. The majority of the time, the pedestrians are crossing in places that weren't designed for pedestrians to cross, and a lot of times they do not go with the lights. However, I have worked several crashes here that the person was following the law, they were walking in crosswalks, and they still ended up dead. This is a dangerous stretch of roadway. I know the city of Houston has been deploying a lot of resources in this area to try to curb people speeding, but it is a pervasive problem, and we are expending what limited resources we have to combat this. But the citizens of Houston have to help us in this mission. They have to slow down. If you are crossing the roadway here, please cross at crosswalks. Please try to follow the right-of-way and be mindful of the traffic around you. If the traffic is stopped or going slow, then it's safe to go. But driving illegally here or crossing the roadway in a way that's not safe for a pedestrian against the right-of-way, it's incredibly dangerous, and you're putting your life at risk, the lives of others if you're driving a car. So.
Are there any witnesses or any surveillance video? There is surveillance video.
We have surveillance of the crash. That's one of the reasons we found out initially that speed was a factor. We are potentially looking for more surveillance footage in this area, just to make our investigation complete. We are almost done scanning the scene right now. We're just waiting for the medical examiner to arrive to collect the remains of the deceased individuals.
Did the driver flee on foot?
The driver did not flee on foot. We were told by witnesses that there was a passenger in the car that left the location. We're not sure why that person would leave, but we were able to find real witnesses to show that the person that we have in custody was the driver of this vehicle. This person said that they were driving the vehicle, and so we're certain we have the driver.
Thanks, Sergeant.